We're all set for the first qualifying of 2024 here at the Bahrain International Circuit for FIA Formula 3 to get underway. Everything's set. We're in the lunch break for Formula 1. It's time for Formula 3 to put on a show. Who's going to stand on pole? It's time to find out. The qualifying session is about to get underway here for FIA Formula 3. It's round one of the 2024 season, coming to you from Shakir and the Bahrain International Circuit. We welcome you to all of the action. We can't wait to see what we're going to have. Alongside me in the commentary box is Omi. And Omi, this morning, nobody did anything. It was 45 minutes of sitting around waiting for the session to start. Now, they're actually going to get out there on the track for the first time.
Yeah, it was only people like us who were doing something. We were commentating as well, and they were doing absolutely nothing. The people who we should be commentating on, instead we were basically doing, waiting, and we just basically got nothing. And return to the FT qualifying later. This is F3 qualifying. Let's see if it can make up after the poor start to the championship, the first live stream, of course, for Formula 3 in the season. A poor start, qualifying can make up for it. I'm 100% sure it will, because it's such a competitive field, such an interesting grid. And after that practice, one of the good things is we don't actually have a clue who's fast, who is not. We sometimes can get a little idea, but we don't have a clue at all.
Green light. The 30-minute qualifying session is underway here at the Bahrain International Circuit. And first out is Clan Shields. Ollie Goethe follows. Then it's Mario Boyer, Sebastian Montoya. Then it's Tim Tramazitzi as well. Alexander Dune. Then we get in with Luke Browning, Leonardo Folorelli, Kaspers as well coming in there as well. Zutaka, Metakafu coming in, Stan Shaw, Ramos, Beganovic, Mini, Lindblad, Voyasin, Wisnicki, Loke, all coming into action then. On board with Gabriel Mini as he heads up. Runner-up last year in the championship, looks to hopefully make it better. And we've changed the F3 from the F2, because usually timing 71 is brilliant, but that only shows 22 of the 30. So we've switched, and we're going to have all 30 cars on the timing screen alongside us, so we'll know where everybody is running. I'm just checking into Pavanitsky as well to see if they're okay on the timing screen, because I don't want to miss a K. No, all good. It's very difficult to get this one spot on as they fly
Absolutely.
through. But yeah, full 30 field going out there. And timing 71 wasn't working, so we spent the last 5 minutes getting the backup sorted, only for it not to be needed.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it is working. At least you've got some sort of live timings. Well, at least we've got live timings for this session, as well as they battle on their outlaps as per usual. And they all make their way through about to, of course, get ready for run one. You have about 2 to 3 laps of preparing the tires, getting everything up to temperature, and just driving around, overtaking each other. Later on in the season, we get to a bit more of the ridiculous 4 wide, 5 wide for the slipstream, like at Austria, Monza especially. Monza, we even had contact that one. and Josh wasn't even commentating on that one.
I wasn't. I was
yeah.
doing a.
Yeah.
What was I doing? A MotoGP session, I think.
MotoGP.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that madness later. We still have the main straight, of course, here, the start-finish straight. So definitely some. We don't. It doesn't.
I mean.
I think this is going to be a really interesting qualifying session. We still don't know who's going to be on pole. And let's hear from Sophia Flourish.
It's super close together. Teams, the levels are insanely high, and it really comes down to nailing everything in that one lap you have in quali. So understanding the tires best and so on. So I do think, I mean, F1 proved it last year that they have the aims and the goals and also the knowledge, let's say, to have good sessions in quali. And I think that's also why I went with them in the end, you know. So yeah, I mean, in the end it comes down to every single detail for that one lap. We'll see. We have some shots this weekend with 2 or 3 laps in quali, depending on how many sets we put. And then that's going to be the biggest thing every single weekend. In races, you know, in F3, there's so many things happening. You can always gain places if you can manage it well enough, but quali really makes a difference.
Yeah, qualifying, it really does. And Sophia Flourish this morning had the, I want to say, better time. She was certainly faster on the boards. So definitely watch out to see where she could get up to in the coming moments. But do you reckon that she could get a podium this year, maybe even a race win? Is she anywhere near that?
Definitely could. It's Joshua Dufek in the pit lane, and there's some work going on to his PHM car, so not what
brakes
you is pushing on the circuit. Yep. So a bit unfortunate there for him, especially in the season. But yeah, I brought you this news, of course, last year at some point. Sophia, when she was talking about it last season, she did mention that she was moving to a good team. So she definitely thinks that Van Amersfoort can provide her with some good results this season, and it definitely can. It's shown it previously. So definitely at a good team. So she'll hopefully be able to score a lot of points this season. But here we go then. They're all making their way out of the final corner and getting ready to begin some push laps as we watch as he makes his way down towards turn number 1.
The first quali laps of the season are underway. Goethe's having a massive, and straight lock-up as well on the inside left. So Ollie Goethe's having a bit of a run of baptism as he runs wide in 2 and 3 as well. Not exactly think he's backed off. That was a scruffy start for Ollie there, Omi. He was completely off the track, locking up everywhere, just couldn't get the systems right. And is the car shut off? I think the car shuts off. Whatever's happened, the car's stopped. This could be a red flag if he can't refire it. And the car's grounding to a halt. Ollie Goethe might have caused the first red flag of the year. And, well, it was a puff of smoke from the back. I think the engine's died.
Let's see. Down into turn number 1. That's not what you want. It was a really scruffy start to the lap for him there. And we've cut away now and are focusing on other drivers who are still pushing on the circuit. That's Luke Browning as well, the winner from Macau earlier, at the end of 2023. And he now pushes on. Mini going pretty nicely in the first sector as well then, as we have less than 24 minutes to go on the clock. The first few laps starting to come in as all of these drivers push on. But let's hope all is okay for Ollie Goethe, and he was maybe just getting out of the way for everyone. But it doesn't look like we've had any yellows yet.
Yellow now. Yellow is now. You've called it literally at the split second where that yellow flag needed to come out. You've called it to happen. So this must be for, and it's gone green. So it was sector 1. So whatever has happened, it's now changed away. But Mini set fast to sector 2. Browning's on there. Montoya takes provisional pole. 148.726. Yellow flags are out now to green. Gabriel Mini approaching. Is he backing off a lap? Yep. Foraroli, Metakafu, Ramos, Nolion. Sophia Flourish goes up to 4th position. Brilliant stuff from her. But the timings need a bit of work as they come across the looms.
Yes, that was a bit chaotic as well, as Ramos goes 3rd momentarily, now 4th, now 5th, as Sophia Flourish as well, as on the world feed, of course, a tiny bit of a delay as it all starts to come in as well. and Callum Moysen managing to move up into 3rd position. But let's see with Ollie Gerta. So this is what happened where they're all slowing down over the curbs quite massively. Yeah. Let's hear from him.
Okay, mate. I got the car shut off on the curb. I took too much curb.
Messy lap, costing him a possible time now because he's going to go straight back to the pits as Dino Bogdanovic is looking at what's connecting that rear diffuser on. Oh, well, it's a bit shaky there on the rear tyre. SHT, Sean says, what are your predictions for the top 3 in the F3 qualifying session? And the commentators curse begins. And Vishad says, hello, GB. Hello, everyone. What's your predictions for the top 3?
Right, this is going to be very hard. Because as I said, it's wide open and there's many drivers who we haven't seen. Right, okay. Time to be a bit brave. I am going to go for Mini to take pole. I'm going to go for Gabriele Mini on pole. I'm going to say... who else should we pick out of this list? I'm going to say Ollie Gerta 2nd. And let's go with... Noah Leon 3rd.
Oh, okay. I'll go for... It's quite hard. I don't... Gertz, I think, will be back up there, so I think he'll be inside the top 3. If you want an outside, I'll say Sophia Flörsch. And I think pole position is going to go to Sebastian Montoya. As we see Luke Browning, just getting an update now. Then again, we don't know because...
Yeah.
There was no practice. There was a practice, but the drivers just didn't do it. We've seen more laps now in this qualifying session than we did in practice.
Yep. As they're all just right now sitting in the pit lane. Of course now, as they prepare for their 2nd run. And interesting qualifying session so far. Sees Maxwell Esterson right now at the front, but many drivers didn't set a lap time. Fornaroli in 2nd. And then you also in 3rd position have Megatuniv, who currently is 800ths back. So let's see what he's going to be able to do as well. And you have Nikita Bedrin pushing on right now. Still a slow lap though, which will get him to 20th. So he still has more time to find as Nikita Bedrin driving for PH.
Just taking a look.
Last season in the Formula 3 Championship.
Now, I'm just having a look at the practice times on the board because I finally got them on the laptop we've got for the FA documents. We see Bedrin down to turn 11 with the DRS open. What did he do?
Let's see.
He's
going to be a bit wide. Yeah.
So, it was Luke Browning this morning on a 1:47.829. He set the fastest lap time of the session. As I'm trying to get it zoomed in a little bit so I can actually read it. There we go. So it was Browning on a... There we go. Browning on a 1:47.828. Fornaroli 1:47.883. So 55 thousandths of a second separated the field this morning. Not a bad run around. As we wait for the field to get back out on the circuit, everyone's currently back in the pits after their first run.
Yep, they are as well. And now this is going to get really interesting. And run 2, the drivers are going to need to perform on their lap as well. So cannot wait for this one to get underway once again with all of the rush that begins at the end of the pit lane. All of them going back into the fast lane and trying to be the fast out there from time to time. Well, at other circuits, some of them trying to be the last. It does depend track on track though when it comes to that. As if you are up with us, we're currently watching Luke Browning then. The Williams Junior, of course, trying to perform this season and make his way up to Formula 2. A lot of talented Williams Academy drivers.
There he is.
Perception now is, okay, the championship position wasn't amazing for me, but at the end of the day, in my first year in F3, I came out as the World Cup champion, so all in all, it wasn't so bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess the expectation's there. And that for me is brilliant. You know, I've been in these sort of championship fighting positions before, and I love it when the pressure's on. So, yeah, usually this brings out the best in me, and I'm hoping it will this year too.
Jamie, you were
There we go, then.
commentating on Macau, weren't you, on that weekend? And he was our victor as they come back on the track.
Macau was really exciting, and hopefully you can do it this year as
Fingers
well.
crossed, yeah.
That'd be great. As well as we get everyone making their way back onto the circuit then, to hopefully get a bit more of an idea of who's looking quick and who's not, because we do not have a clue right now. It could be absolutely anyone who finds a lap at the end as they make their way down through turn number 1 as well. And I think this is about to get quite a bit tensed, and the gaps are going to be close as usual, as it is in Formula 3. But let us know your predictions, of course, in the live chat, Twitch or YouTube, about who you think is going to take pole position. We've already given our very early ones, even though we don't have a clue about absolutely anyone so far of who's looking quick. We have a few drivers who've set some lap times, but they're all just going to get faster and faster, so no one has an idea right now on who it could be. And right now we currently are watching some of the Rodin drivers making their way through, and all of them in a bit of a train with 16 minutes to go in this session. And definitely both Primo drivers of Beganovic and even Arvid for it. They'll all be looking to try start the season in on a high, because in F3 especially crucial as we watch John Paulo Montoya as well.
Right, Forlarolio's on top. 147.619, that's his fastest lap. And Van Hopen's had his lap time deleted. So that's put Montoya up into 11th. Sebastian Montoya, son of one Pablo Montoya. Former F1, NASCAR, IndyCar, kart, everything he's done. Now, what's this in the pit lane? Will we having some more? Yes!
There we go.
Mansell. Unsafe release, Alex Dunn MP, copying over, yeah, right in the path of Christian Mansell there. Very unsafe release. Weird way to keep doing it, really. Zagazita, by the way, hasn't set a lap time yet.
Yeah.
Neither has Wirtz down
Right
there,
now.
the two new teammates. They're right down the order.
Yeah,
26.
Zagazet coming in with it all.
I'm still trying to pronounce, of course. I think we all know.
Yeah, the sign up for Lid for Provozak, yes?
That's the one.
Bar is set very high for myself, but in general, it's gonna be obviously pressure. But as the highest placed driver last year, I just get a boost of confidence instead. And I know what could have been last year. We take the many positives of last year into this year, and the less good stuff we try to repair. And I'm sure we will do a good job in terms of that. But my goal this year is pretty clear, and is to fight for the championship.
I mean, I might just call him Tenasipal. I'm
I
looking at
can't
it.
wait to lap 1 tomorrow. That's going to be interesting.
Don't. I know. Lights out. And thing is that I've been practicing like crazy, but it's when you read them, you forget how to pronounce them when you read them. It's weird for me.
Yeah.
I need Bell.
I think I've got the basics of every single name.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but got just about the basics of every single one.
I mean, for God's sake, I
well.
struggled with Goethe last year for the majority of the season, and that's only 6 letters. How
Yeah.
how
I
is
think
it
we're all
again?
confused with
Insta what? Inter. I want to get his name right, and I'm struggling. So how did you pronounce it?
Into Provozak.
Interprovozak. I should be able to do it. Tenasipol,
Yeah.
Interprovozak. See that? I'm getting confused. Say it again.
The sign up for into Provozak.
Interprovozak.
Yeah.
Tenasipol, Interprovozak. See, I can't do it when you put it all together. It's really difficult. I'll just call him Tenasipol until I can learn his last name. I want to get it from him himself, and I really do want to get it. We need to interview him. Get him on the stream as well. But yeah, I'll just call him Tenasipol for now. Gabriel Mini is up into no time set outside the 100% rule at the moment. Montoya running in 11th position, a 10.5 down at the moment. But Formula 3 is always... Oh, Montoya locks up downhill into turn 8 on the inside front right. Now that's going to lose him a lot of that time. He's up there on Forlaroli's time, and now he's going to lose out on it big. And his floor damaged as well. Montoya's floor like is dragging very close to the floor there, coming into 9 and 10. His dad had a couple of years racing experience here, 4, 5 and 6 with Juan Pablo, with McLaren and BMW Williams in 04.
Yeah, about to get really interesting then. We have Mary Boyer looking incredibly quick as well right now through, and Tommy Smith pushing on. Here's Montoya though. Mansell's up on Fornaroli. Browning is fastest of all in the first sector. So let's see then. Second sector belongs to Mary Boyer then as we make our way down towards turn number 14 with Montoya. It's a lap that he locked up in, so it's not been too good, and he's got Mansell behind who will be struggling just a tiny bit with the dirty air. He'll make his way to the final corners. The first few laps, the second few laps will start to come in then as Boyer goes to the top.
And then Doones goes in 5th, and Maini goes 2nd. It's Mansell in 2nd. Going up then into 8th position. There go. Oh, hang on a minute. We'll look at Luke Browning's lap time. He's looking really fast as he comes out towards the line now. Fastest Sector 1 overall. Sector 2 looking a bit good. What can we see here from Luke Browning? And he goes up into 2nd position as well. But we're seeing Boyer. Boyer goes top. Fornaroli goes top. Metcalfe goes up into 2nd position as well. Gabriel Mini up into 3rd position. So they're all changing quite quickly. Is that Esterson up into 9th position? Yep, Max Esterson up into 10th. Nicola Tussauds, Solov in 9th position. Bogdanovic 2nd, 1:47.201. Decent time. So he's... 6 tenths off, wow. And this is Sebastian Montoya's lock-up only down to turn 8. Just snagged the inside line.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to see a lot of that. With a lot of drivers we've watched so far, they've been locking up. So I think we're going to see quite a lot of that as well then. And this was another lock-up. This was Charlie Wurz as he joins Genza, performing pretty well. Is Genza so far with some of its new additions through as well. Had a great weekend at Spa last year. I think there was all 3 cars in the top. Something like that.
Charlie Wurz, being Austrian, I'm just wondering, is his dad Alex Wurz? Oh God, it is.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's Alex Wurz?
Alex Wurz is the head of the GPDA and former Formula 1 driver back in 1998. And occasionally into the 2000s as well. No.
Interesting.
You're joking me, right? I'm checking on the... I'm double checking. I am double checking.
Interesting. Right, okay. So, quick back to the pit lane for everyone. We can learn so far that Fornaroli looks very, very quick. And, I mean... he was pretty strong last year, finished 11th last season, but definitely showed some pace, and I think he definitely will have a chance this season if he can get all results together to take the championship, if he can be consistent enough all the way throughout. Leonardo Fornaroli and of course Trident taking Bortoletto to the title last year. Let's see if they can do it once again, but this time with Fornaroli. Or Megatunif and Santiago Ramos as we watch Fornaroli pushing his way through, or we saw him earlier on.
Oh my God, it is! It is! His dad is Alex Wurz. I wanted to double check that. Oh, I feel so old now. Then again, Alex Wurz is 50. I mean, for God's sake, Juan Pablo Montoya's got a son, Sebastian Montoya. I remember when Montoya came into it as a early 20s, battling with Michael Schumacher at Brazil in 01 and a bit. No, I feel old. I feel really old. Yeah, he was in F1 with Benetton, McLaren and Williams. He was racing in 1997 to 2000, one off with McLaren in 2005, then he was driving for Williams in 2007. So yeah, Benetton for 3 years, or 4 seasons, testing for 6, then he was with McLaren for a one-off race, replacing Juan Pablo Montoya. And then he was with Williams. Yeah. In fact, Wirtz drove, I think Wirtz got on the podium anyway. Here's Trimatsu.
And then at 3, as the track time was quite limited. So yeah, I'm feeling quite confident. I think the tests have been quite good. So yeah, and I mean the past showed that a rookie can also win the championship.
Now, just taking a look at this and racing results, because I think Alexander Wirtz got on the podium in... Yes, he did. I thought so. Wirtz scored his only Formula 1 podium with the team. Well, he scored a podium with the team. Was he with... Yeah, he did score a podium in 2005 with McLaren. I believe at Hockenheim. I'm not entirely sure on that one. I'm double-checking. I am double-checking. 1997, he got a podium at the British Grand Prix for Benetton. In 2005 at San Marino, he got a 4th place, but then that was then promoted up to 3rd after Jenson Button was disqualified from that race with the BAR fuel tank. So he got a podium then, debuting for Montoya, who, Montoya. And then he got a podium in the Canadian Grand Prix 2007 with Williams, the first race that Lewis Hamilton ever won. So that's Alexander Wirtz, and now he's head of the GPDA as well, and road safety.
Lovely.
And his son's now here in Formula 3. I feel so old. I do feel really old. He won, he's a Le Mans 24-hour winner. Won it in 1996 with Josh Racing in the LMP1 category. Won it then with Peugeot in 2009 as well. And and he's won the Petit Le Mans a couple of times as well, and Sebring. But wow.
Here's a replay of 2 PHM.
Do fair.
Let's hear it.
Can take it back somehow? Yeah, come out.
Okay, namesake not doing well. Joshua Dufek going into the wrong pit lane. He's gone into the F3, F2 pit lane, not the current pit lane, where he needs to be.
Okay then, final run time here in Formula 3, the opening round of this season. See who will be on pole. And there we go. It's been noted, the support pit lane violation.
Oh dear. That'll be a penalty.
For Joshua Dufek. So that's not going to be good for him. But yes, 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock to see who can take pole position and who can even get on reverse grid pole. Remember, being inside the top 12 is where you really want to be to have a good weekend in FIA Formula 3. If you are in 13th, if you're on 13th or downwards, you're in those positions all the way throughout both races. But being inside the top 12 completely changes the game, and it could mean that you could be fighting for podiums and victories. So that's going to be the crucial position to also focus on, as of course is P1 as per usual in Formula 3 as well. And now they'll make their way then onto another outlap them, and both and all of them continuing to try generate some heat into the tires, and then they'll go on and start to push. And then let's see if we get any predictions right of any drivers in the top 3. Probably won't, but who knows, anything is possible. And it will be investigated after the session. The Joshua Dufek support pit lane violation, where we entered the pit lane when you are not supposed to, as Noah Leon getting past some traffic there, driving for Van Amersfoort this season, currently sitting in P8. And let's see if he's going to be able to maintain that position or even get any higher. Noah Leon, who's the Euro Formula Open champion.
They're still not pushing. So multiple run-up laps, but they're all stuck together. So this is going to be a very one driver makes a mistake, they're all, you know, out of it. They're not going to do anything for the next session. So Forlaroli's got a great opportunity to take pole position.
Yeah, Bedouin doing very well for PHM right now, sitting in 11th. As I said, inside the top 12, so that's always crucial. So he's doing pretty well there. Let's see if he can try get higher up the field. But we've seen so many mistakes, and this is now where you cannot afford to make any of those mistakes. We've seen plenty of mistakes with lockups and wide moments and over the curbs and also outside the white lines. We can't have any of those now, because if you do get one, you could end up going from second right now all the way down to 14th, 15th, and that has completely ruined your weekend. So that's going to be incredibly crucial, but I believe now we're about to push on then and get the and decide our first pole sitter of this season, as we will make our way out of the final corner of the circuit and then push on down towards turn number 1 on the start-finish straight.
That's it, 2 minutes to go there. Now these are the push laps because it takes 1:47 to complete a lap time. So this is the run as we see Mansell in towards turn 1, over the bumps, hits the brakes, not looking up, gets the first apex, nicely done. Back on the accelerator, keep your throttle down through turns 2 and 3, uphill towards turn 4, DRS open as well. Mansell, very good opening gambit. Is it quicker than Forlaroli at a 30.089? That's the time entering. Little Al saying as well, Jafek entering the wrong pit lane has made my day. He's done a Kimi Raikkonen. Mansell's first sector time is up by a tenth of a second. So this is a really good job now. Forlaroli's not safe at all.
Yeah, Luke Browning going very quickly as well. In the first sector, he's been able to take it around. Solov is as well.
And yeah, you're right. Browning, 33.8 first sector. So he's really on a run. So Luke Browning might actually take it. And he was fastest this morning in practice. 2 then, second place Forlaroli. Third was Bogdanovic. Solov was then ahead of Vert. So the top 5. Van Hopen was in there too, but he's dropped down the time as well. Watch out for Sophia Flörsch as well. 21st at the moment and is finding the time she needs out there on the track. Sector times coming in. Glenn Shields at 2:02. Okay, Vert's doing better. Now they're doing their first runs of the day.
Look how quick Mansell's going.
Look at him!
Watch Alex Dunn as well.
1:47.113. I don't know, Omi. It's going to be too hard to tell because Mansell's on the lap, but Browning and Bogdanovic are trading sector times.
Absolutely. Here we go with Christian. Here we go with Christian. He's going to make his way over the line. Let's see if he can take it away from Alex Dunn.
Yes! By 3/10. But Browning's right behind. Solov, Van Hopen, Browning on pole. But what about Bogdanovic? On pole. What about Ramos, third? Mini, lap time 2. Mini across the line.
Here comes Mini.
Oh, and then he goes third. Forlaroli only goes P5. Ollie Gurtha goes into 13th. Bogdanovic goes into 4th. And Lindblad goes 9th. Esterson goes 10th. Montoya 21st, way down on the timing screens. Wisnicki in 25th. What about Smith? He's got a good lap time here. He's dropping down the order. Smith might do something here across the line. 44, 45, 46. Only 28th. Vert goes into 16th. And where's Sophia gone? Down in 25th position. She got hampered massively on her lap time due to by the sectors. So pole position goes to Dino Bogdanovic for the feature race on Saturday. The sprint race on Friday. That will be pole position for Lawrence Van Hopen.
That is going to be an interesting sprint race tomorrow and the feature race as well. But yeah, Lawrence Van Hopen will lead the field away provisionally, remember, because stuff can still year Formula 3 after qualifying. But what a session that was. There were so many different drivers in contention. It was ART 1, 2, 3 at one point, and they've ended the session in 8th, 11th and 12th.
Brilliant opening. There's Goethe. He's down in 17th position. Really bad day for him in the Campos. Luke Browning stays second. Gabriel Mini continuing his run from last year, but he's only in third. It's Dino Bogdanovic in the Prema who takes top honours here in Formula 3 quali. Formula 2 quali is next up. Can't wait to see what that's going to bring. Here's Beganovic.
Oh, I love you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Great job, everybody. Oh, that feels good.
I think he's happy. Good time.
Definitely is.
146. Go on, Andy.
Yeah, definitely. Great stuff by Dino Beganovic. As I mentioned, Luke Browning and Mini, the top 3, so it's experienced drivers. The top 3, then you have Sami Megatuniv. So great stuff by Megatuniv to be able to be the highest rookie. He is going to be with Santiago Ramos. What a session though that was. Be close here in FIA Formula 3, and let's see what FIA Formula 2 delivers. That is going to be next up. But now we're going to hopefully confirm the session results for you.
On the screen, front of us now, as Forlaroli has got a track. What's he done here? It's fine through 1. A little bit of oversteer through 2 and 3. Don't know why we're seeing this replay from. Ah, snap at 1, that's it.
Yeah. Bit of a snap there for him through turn number 1. Everything okay there for him. And we turn our attention to the Van Amersfoort, making its way down to turn number 1 of Noel Leon.
Snagged the tyre inside front right, locks up. What happened to Sophia? 14th in this morning's session, down the order now massively. It's a bit disappointing. Anyway, sun beginning to set here in Bahrain. And the dignitaries just having some food and walking around. Top of the tower, looking pretty lonely actually up there.
It is as well, but definitely won't be lonely in the F2 session for Mercedes, as they keep an eye on Antonelli and track his progress. But here's the results.
Still the same as ever in FIA Formula 3. Dino Beganovic takes his first pole position in the championship ahead of Luke Browning for high-tech pole sake. Gabriele Mini will start directly behind his teammate on the feature racing Saturday in 3rd place. Sami Megatuniv on his debut in the championship P4. Likewise, Santiago Ramos debut in the top 5. Leonardo Fornaroli, 6th place for him, solid result. Tim Tramnitz enters the series with a P7. Christian Mansell leading the way for ART in P8. Arvid Lindblad, fresh up from Formula 4 into the top 10. Max Esterson, fresh up from GB3 into the top 10. Nicholas Solov, P11. Lawrence Van Hoopen makes it 3 ART cars in the top 12. And we have Noel Leon just missing out on a top 12. Alex Dunn, 14th. Mari Boyer, 15th. Charlie Vert, 16th. Ollie Gerther, 17th. Nikita Bedrin, 18th. Callum Voisin in 19th. Matthias Zagazeta rounds out the top 20. Then it's Joseph Loke, Martini Stenchorn, Tisana Pol, Intrapuvazak in 23rd, Kasper Stuka in 24th, Sophia Flash next, and Josh Dufek, Tommy Smith, Piotr Wisniewski, Sebastian Montoya, and Kian Schultz. Well,
So that's it for Formula 3 qualifying. My thanks to you, Omi. My thanks to all of you at home. We will be ready to go for the first race of the year tomorrow morning. You can join us here on JBMotorsports YouTube and Twitch as FIA Formula 3 kicks off the 2024 campaign. Next up live, it's F2 for their qualifying session, but Formula 3 is tomorrow. Bye-bye.